All right, here we go. Goffstown in their road blacks. They'll head left to right in this first half. They've done away with the jump ball. And as a result, Goffstown will be awarded the first crack here. Bedford expected to man up defensively throughout the night tonight. As is Coach Moreno's style, not a whole lot of zone, if any, will be played by the Bulldogs. And they should stretch the court, full court, as well in terms of the defensive pressure. So here we go. First crack. Rob Bagrini. They go in the high post, back door. Quick double team comes. They'll pull it back out as Ryan Strand shows the left hand. Putting his shoulder down is O'Connell, an aggressive player. Not on the same page, though. Pass ends up out of bounds here on the near side, so the Bulldog defense forces an early turnover and will get their first possession here early. O'Connell, guarded by Begidi. Here's Zimmerman. Well, he got tied up in the high post trying to find DeLacy on a cut. Lost it. And now Goffstown the other way. Begidi will pull it out. On the curl, this is Kelly, a drive-in kick. Strand thought about it. And then again, not quite ready is O'Connell. As that pass kind of high and tight ends up in and out of his hands into the Bedford bench. And the Bulldog defense forces their second giveaway in 2 tries here. A little sloppy both ways to begin first minute in the books. Bedford looking for the game's first score. O'Connell up top. Near side for DeLacy. He's got the range. He'll try and show it here, but off target from the wing. Rebound off the back iron by Bagudi. Goffstown looking to push. 2 big steps in the lane. Kelly on the run won't get it. Zimmerman off the backboard. And Bedford right to left. Third trip for the Bulldogs. Zimmerman given room up top. The big man trying to put it on the floor. Gives way to his point guard, O'Connell. O'Connell to spin. Little step back, shot fake, and now Kumbani's first touch is on the baseline. The senior going to power it up. Backboard won't cooperate, stays with it, trying to throw it off the sneaker of Kelly. Instead, Goffstown the other way. Nearly 2 minutes in, still no score. Baseline drive, it's Blondeau. He'll change that with the right hand, too. Now showing the length there, Blondeau able to go over the top of the defense, no problem in traffic. Goffstown trying to settle down here. Bedford looking for their first points. Both teams have opened up here in this man-to-man. Coach Moreno on his feet on the Bedford sideline trying to direct the offense. Coach Cowett, arms crossed, prowling the defense. Nowhere to go for Kaliza. And now back for O'Connell. Shaded, they're trying to drive him right. He'll go right. He'll pull on a long 2 that's a little off target. Rebound to Kelly. Bedford has missed their first. Trying to drive middle. Driving on the way. Side iron miss. Offense. Well, Bond with Goffstown. They go. Defense really getting after it here. High post, DeLacy. Bodied up by Kelly immediately. Goes to the fade. It's short, and the rebound again. Taken off the side iron by Blondeau. Up ahead, O'Connell. Lefty 3, up and in. And that has got Coach Moreno rolling his eyes. Timeout, Bedford. A blistering start for Goffstown. As they went nearly 2 minutes without scoring, the last 2 minutes have seen 10 points. 7 from Mason Blondeau, and then an open 3 in traffic by Aiden O'Connell. And this gym quiet here in the early going is Goffstown, showing the firepower, showing the ability to score on the break. But more importantly and impressively, perhaps, the defensive effort here has been rock solid. It's been intense. The bench has been engaged. And right now the momentum is in black. Goffstown, Grizzly black tonight, at least early on. So Bedford back to the drawing board. They call the timeout. And Coach Moreno making a passionate case there on the sideline in the Bedford huddle. Reminder, we come your way on Friday night. We'll be back in Wyndham, the Jaguars. One of the better teams in Division One. They'll take on Bishop Girton. Cardinals, also a legitimate threat for the D1 crown. So two of the better schools in action Friday night. We're at Wyndham. Coverage begins at 5:45 with the tip-off coming at 6 Eastern. All right, out of the timeout. Bedford still looking for their first points here, 4 minutes into the ball game, trailing 10-0. Calusa for Zimmerman. Goffstown stays in the man-to-man. Open is Kubani. Shot a little flat, though, from the baseline. The rebound taken by Bugidi. Wants to push. Swung to O'Connell into the corner. Skipped far side. Then a beautiful pass down low. And a backhand finish off the window by David St. Pierre. He just checked in, given a gift, a gorgeous dime at the rim for his first two. Goffstown extending the lead here, 12-0, and the defense really zoned in. Bedford continuing to probe along the perimeter. Drive, frees up Zimmerman. Back up top, Kuliza, head down into the lane. Near side, long two attempt. Won't go on the baseline for Tegan Graham, the 6'2 senior who just checked in. Grizzlies doing a good job on the D glass as well. They limit Bedford to one shot and out. Skip pass near side, three on the way. It's St. Pierre, too strong, and Zimmerman is there on the glass for Bedford. Inside of 3 minutes, first quarter, 12-0 Grizzlies. Bedford has had to work for shots. They've taken care of the ball. Here they free up on the backdoor attempt. DeLacy, who scores off the glass. Good backdoor cut, high percentage look, and that's how Bedford cracks the glass. They switch into a zone here. Had been in man exclusively for the first 5.5 minutes. We get a look now at a 3-2. O'Connell into the lane, draws a foul. And it's the game's first foul. And it's a reach on DeLacy, his first. Coach Moreno goes to the bench. Kumbani and Kuliza check out. Kuliza having a word with the first-year head man. Bedford stays in the zone defensively. Into the corner, St. Pierre. Back to O'Connell. Looks at the rim. Steps inside the circle and hits a long two. Well, he was open for three, but liked his chances from two better. His second field goal, he's got 5 early. Back to a 12-point bulge. Final 2 minutes, first quarter. Bedford's Cam Roberts on the floor for the first time. Here's Zimmerman for 3. He's got that. Well, the big 6'5 junior, not afraid to step out and stretch the floor, showing the range there. Bringing Bedford back within 9. Quick miss the other way. Rebound taken off the side iron by Graham. And now Bedford looking for back-to-back buckets. Roberts for O'Connell. Drives out of the double team. Has a man open. It's DeLacy. His 3 is up and in. Another good old drive and kick. DeLacy's starting to feel it. He's got 5, and Bedford's got some life. They've scored the last 5. Within 6 here at 14-8. Trap in the corner. Off the dribble. It's out of bounds off the sneaker of St. Pierre. So the Bulldogs force their third turnover. And with that, Coach Cowett's going to go to the bench. Begidi's going to take a seat as we get our first look here at Uziel Umpoyo, one of the guard spots. DeLacy lost the handle and was shaken up on the play, trying to hobble back on defense. Second Bulldog turnover. And now play going to be stopped here by official Chris Morgan. It's a two-man crew tonight. John Dunham, Chris Morgan, two veterans. Meanwhile, Kumani back on after short rest for Bedford to help anchor the back line of this 2-3 defense. Meanwhile, a foul called on the inbound. They're going to get Graham for going over the shoulder. With the right hand, he got basketball, but got body as well. Second team foul against Bedford. Kuliza returns as well into the Bulldog lineup, replacing Graham, who just picked up his first. He's upset there on the Bedford sideline. Final 51 seconds, first quarter. Goffstown, they led by as many as 12. They're up 6 here. Bedford stays in a zone. It's a 2-3 look. O'Connell, Mpoyo swung into the corner. St. Pierre trying to probe this zone. They break it with the high post. The runner, though, is short off the iron. The rebound to Roberts. O'Connell, beautiful pass up the floor. And 2 steps and a finish for Kuliza. O'Connell with a laser. Bedford has scored 7 straight, and they've trimmed the Goffstown lead to just 4. Final shot, though, should go to the Grizz. O'Connell for 3. Won't go. Still 6 seconds. Offensive rebound. A whistle here, and they'll wave it off. It's an over-the-back foul on Jack Kelly. Kelly not happy. The senior giving the official an earful. 6 seconds. Enough time for Bedford to get one final look. O'Connell racing into the front court. Down the left side of the lane. Lost his footing, and time expires. Well, Goffstown, it looked like they were on their way to an easy one here tonight. They scored the game's first 12 points. Since then, it's all Bedford. Bulldogs back within 4, 14-10. Grizz still out in front after 1. Right back to Bedford in just a moment. You're watching the Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Our broadcast today, as it usually is brought to you by Beals Insurance. Locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. So call Steve at 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com. Start of the second quarter here in Bedford. Nick Anastas with you. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week presented by Beals Insurance. Please follow us online. We're on YouTube, the channel FNLNH Media. Again, short for Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. FNLNH Media on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell for all of our upcoming broadcast alerts. All right. Goffstown held Bedford without a point for nearly the first 6 or so minutes of this game. Since then, though, Bedford has scored on their last 4 trips. They won't do it here, though. Kumbani never quite had the dribble. The senior watches it go off his right leg out of bounds. The third Bulldog giveaway. Goffstown scored the first 12 points, but well, they're in a little bit of a drought since Bedford switched to the zone. Bulldogs opened the first 6 or so minutes in a man-to-man defense, but this zone has given Goffstown some problems, as seen there. Well, McGeady's pass sailed on him. And he claimed it was tipped, not happy. Coach Cowett a little upset as well. On the Grizz sideline, their 4th giveaway. Meanwhile, O'Connell's going to draw a foul. Now the junior point guard taking it right into the teeth of this Goffstown defense there. You see the ability. Little stutter step, and then that left hand draws the contact. I believe that's On Goffstown's Liam Malley, it is his first. Malley just checked into the game. It's the Grizz' second team foul. Meanwhile, Bedford, they've built their lead up to now 9 unanswered. As Kumbadi checks back out. Get a look at Matt Ferrucci for the first time, the 5'10 senior guard for Bedford. O'Connell misses off the back iron. Loose ball is eventually tracked down by Kaliza. Now O'Connell goes down the lane, pulls it back out for Zimmerman. 2 big steps. Kaliza trying to gun one into the corner for Roberts. It's high and off target and turned over out of bounds. Well, by my count, 4 turnovers each way so far. Goffstown still trying to figure out this Bedford zone. It's worked over the last several minutes. Meanwhile, a rush shot by Snows. Going to end up too strong. Roberts the rebound. Bedford into the front court for Zimmerman. Skips it back out. O'Connell looking to attack. Drive and kick. Zimmerman in the corner. 3-pointer. Short. Offensive rebound, Bedford. Good pull by Ferrucci. Another chance for the Bulldogs to pull it back out. A chance to tie with a 3 after trailing by as many as 12. Nice up and under, and O'Connell with a scoop shot. His first field goal. Bedford now on an 11-0 run. Coach Collette letting his guys try to figure it out. Skip pass, high arcing 3 out of the corner, too strong by Malley. And eventually another rebound for Roberts. Bedford a chance for the lead here. Roberts up top, trying to go into the defense. He plows over Baghetti, and it's an offensive foul. And it's got the Grizzly bench fired up. Good job by Baghetti here, able to cut off the dribble drive, and a little extra there as well by Roberts, leaning in, it looked like, with the right shoulder. So Roberts hit with his fourth team foul. And again, Bedford are going to extend the zone here. What looks like a 1-2-2. As Coach Moreno continuing to change up the defensive looks here in this first half. Strand, Baghetti, O'Connell, cut off on the corner by DeLacy, and an offensive foul goes against Goffstown this time. Great job by DeLacy. The senior went flying. So taking a charge, the name of the game right now, as we head towards the midway point of this second quarter. Bedford, another chance for the lead. O'Connell trying to give it to him. 3, though, won't work. Rebound, Goffstown, and now Baghetti in traffic. Up for the other O'Connell. His 3 tries, no good. Kumbani, good inside position there on the rebound for Bedford. Back and forth we go. Bulldogs still down 1. Kaliza in the corner. 3-pointer, won't go. Baghetti, another rebound from the guard spot for the Grizz. Powers out, had it tipped away from behind by Kaliza. Now O'Connell the other way, racing into the front court, and then his dribble disrupted. Grizzlies now with a 2-on-1, and there's the left-hand finish by O'Connell. 7 now for Aiden, first bucket, first points of the second quarter for Goffstown. They needed it. Give themselves a little bit of breathing room again at 16-13. Zimmerman dropped that pass. Snow with his eye on the rim, going to rise and then lay it in. Well, he had the bench anticipating what could have been a slam dunk there, but instead, not going to give the Bedford fans that kind of satisfaction. A little lay-in at the tin. Still counts for 2 either way. Goffstown back up 5, 18-13. Midway through second quarter. And what do we have here? A foul coming against Kelly, who shakes his head. That's his second, and Coach Coette's going to pull him. St. Pierre returns. Well, Kelly's not been happy with the officials here in this first half. Let them know it there on his way to the bench. Meanwhile, O'Connell having trouble getting it in. It's a 5-second violation. Well, that's enough to make any coach upset. Meanwhile, O'Connell, the inbounder, is going to take his first rest. Obviously frustrated there. Goffstown by 5. Bedford still in a 2-3 zone. Grizz have scored on their last 2 trips. High post. O'Connell on the wing. Skips it. St. Pierre shows the ball. And now back up top for Begidi. Goffstown doing a good job here probing the zone, but they turn it over here. Interior pass goes off the hands of Blondeau and out of bounds. Blondeau scored the first 7 points of the game, but has not been heard from since. Bulldogs, meanwhile, have gone cold. Over 2 minutes without a point. They're down 5. 3.5 to go in this first half. Trying to work right to left. Goffstown has never strayed from this man-to-man defense. Zimmerman lost it near midcourt, tries to keep it in bounds. Instead, throws it to the other team. Strand now on the attack. Skips it far side. Begidi is ready with a 3. It's too strong. Kept alive on the baseline for a moment. But it ends up in the hands of Bedford's Kumbani, and now the Bulldogs will slow it down as they come back into the front court. Final 3 minutes. Bulldogs still down 5. Fade away. DeLacy, rather, a little too strong. Rebound Goffstown. Into the lane, Blondeau. Kick out. St. Pierre ready, but the jump shot flat from the near baseline. Rebound Bedford. Bulldogs doing a good job on the D glass. Up ahead, Roberts. Thought about the 3, instead puts it on the floor. Now Kumbani at the free throw line. 1 dribble into the lane against 2 defenders. Tried to bank it, couldn't. Keeps it alive. DeLacy near side baseline, Jay. Second try, no. Rebound in the lane. Kumbani on the ground, and then pulled away by Goffstown. They want to push. Strand up ahead. Pass tip. Begidi pulls it down. Far baseline in traffic. Bounce pass across, back up top. St. Pierre open, 3-pointer, halfway down and out. Good box out by Kumbani, an aggressive grown man rebound, and Bedford gets the stop they need. Can they get the bucket on the other end? Still down 5 here, 18-13. Just over 2 minutes to go, second quarter. Kuliza looking for the back door. Broken up, though, in the lane. Try to find Kumbani. Stolen by Blondie. Up ahead, and then thrown away by St. Pierre. Bedford, though, coughs it up under their own iron, and it's finished on the far side by Strand, his first bucket. A long back and forth results in a Goffstown 2. They stretch the lead to 7. Meanwhile, Roberts sees this one go into the backcourt. Touched by a Goffstown player along the near sidelines, and how are the officials going to rule this? It will be, looks like Bedford ball. They say Goffstown was out of bounds, despite a pretty good effort by St. Pierre. Meanwhile, St. Pierre is going to sit, as Goffstown will give Strand a break as well. A couple of first-timers are into the game for Goffstown, including Anthony Sindani, who's on defense here, along with Nate Bonacorsi. Bonacorsi forces a long miss. Too strong by Roberts. The rebound to O'Connell of Goffstown. He'll go all the way into the lane. Left-hand floater, no. Rebound kept alive for O'Connell, and he's fouled on the way back up. Well, both teams really starting to battle on the glass as we welcome the viewers from around the state, around the country, and around the globe here. Nick Anastas with you, simulcasting tonight, not just on our YouTube channel, FNL NH Media, but also locally on BCTV and on the radio, WBNH 105.1. Coach Moreno going to go to the bench. Kuliza slaps a teammate's hand. He'll take a seat. Meanwhile, O'Connell, free throw, rolls out. So an 0-for-2 trip there by O'Connell. Still sharing game-high honors in this first half with 7 points. Final minute 10. Bedford, they've gone cold. Haven't scored in 4 minutes. They're down 7. Trailed by as many as 12 earlier. Trimmed the gap to as little as 1 earlier in this second quarter. Kumbani inside. Lost it off his sneaker. Ball loose. Picked up by Goffstown at midcourt. Looking to push. It's Blondeau. Give and go. Blondeau in the lane, trying to free himself up. Left-hand banker is good. Somehow got that over and around Tegan Graham for the 2. Blondeau now the game's high man with 9. Coming up at halftime, stats, highlights, and some scores from around the league as well. Busy night in the NHIAA. That comes your way in just a few minutes. Meanwhile, inside, count that for Graham. The 6'2 senior's first deuce, giving Bedford a little bench scoring boost. They're back within 7, final 15 seconds. Goffstown in a position here against the 2-3 zone for the final shot. Down to 10 seconds. Begidi along the near sideline into the corner. Whipped up top. O'Connell steps into a free throw line. Jay can't get it. Offensive rebound, though. Back up and in for Sindani. And he'll beat the clock and gives Goffstown a little bit of a exclamation point to the first half here. The Grizz seeking their 5th straight win. Looking good on the road tonight. 24-15, a 9-point lead. The gap at halftime. All right. O'Connell, the man there, along with Blondeau, they combined for 16 of Goffstown's 24 points. Bedford, pretty balanced scoring, led by Joe DeLacy's 5. All right, let's take a look at the upcoming schedules for both of these teams. We'll begin with, Bedford. They're facing Goffstown in their gym tonight. They'll be at the Grizzly gym on Friday at Goffstown for a 6 o'clock tip. Then they've got Timberlane at home, a road game, followed by a home meeting with Central, a home and home, if you will, and then same thing with Memorial before closing out the abbreviated regular season against Portsmouth. Goffstown on the other side, they get Bedford at home, then at Concord to begin next week. They'll face the Crimson again at home later in the week before facing West for a second time on the road at the Conant Cage. And then a home and home with Memorial will wrap things up on February the 26th. So there you have it. The remaining upcoming schedule for what was unfortunately an abbreviated 2021 winter basketball season, although right now, at least the tournament is still scheduled. All right, some other scores from around the NHIAA tonight. Exeter, another win for the defending champs. They blow out Spalding on the coast, 74-46. BG, a blowout win. We'll see the Cardinals on Friday night when we broadcast from Wyndham. And BG will be winners heading into that game. 66-33 tonight over Concord. Alvern, a big halftime lead over winless Salem, 39-14. And early on, Merrimack has a 13-7 lead after one at South. Meanwhile, we're underway here in Bedford. Bulldogs get a stop defensively. They get a runner at the rim by Zimmerman. It won't go, and then the miss tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Goffstown, so it will stay with Bedford at this end. Both teams have brought the starters back onto the floor to start the second half. No surprise. Goffstown defensively in a man-to-man. That was the look throughout the first half. Bedford played a little bit of man and zone. DeLacy, interior pass intercepted by Blondeau. O'Connell wants to push. And then it's dropped in the corner. Out of bounds off the leg of Begidi. Seen that a few times tonight both ways. Players just taking their eye off the ball for a split second. And it cost Goffstown there. Meanwhile, Kumbani inside, held scoreless in that first half. Bedford would like to get the senior going. DeLacy trying to free himself up with the left hand. Now O'Connell pulls the trigger on a deep three and drills it. The junior doubles his point total. He's got Bedford back within 2 scores now at 24-18. Bulldogs back to his zone. That was the defense that seemed to work best for Coach Moreno in that first half. It's a 2-3 look. Far side, O'Connell goes around his cousin and then drills a three. Well, he saw his cousin hit one a moment ago. Not to be outdone, Aiden O'Connell. First man to 10 points tonight. He's got Goffstown back in front by 9. Kumbani inside, no. Second try, yes. He's been working hard down there, and he's rewarded with a great second chance try. His first bucket. 27-20. High-low. Layup attempt won't go, though, for Snow. Not Snow, but Kelly, the rebound to the Bulldogs. Up ahead, Kuliza into the traffic. Got it blocked by Blondeau. Stays with it, back out to Lacey. Fires a three and nails it. DeLacy now with 8. He's Bedford's high man. And the Bulldogs, the closest they've been since about midway through the second quarter. Meanwhile, Blondeau had it stripped from behind. Bulldogs want to run. Into the lane, O'Connell. Backdoor from Kumbani, and there's the lay-in. That's got this limited capacity crowd clapping their hands. Bedford back within 2. Pretty wraparound pass on the assist by O'Connell. Meanwhile, players on the floor, and a foul is called in front of the Grizzly bench as Blondeau took a tumble. First foul of the second half comes nearly 3 minutes in. It goes against Bedford. It's against Zimmerman, his first. Coach Moreno, vocal on the sideline, issuing some orders to this 2-3 defense. Bedford looking for a stop. Goffstown trying to make it a 2-possession game again. High post, new player on. It's Sindoni, who was able to beat the buzzer before halftime. Meanwhile, deep three won't go for Begidi. They're going to roll it out of bounds. Last touch by Goffstown's O'Connell. Bedford forces the long miss. They get the ball back, a chance to tie or take the lead here. 3 minutes in, third quarter. They trailed by as many as 12 to begin the game. This one off the leg of Kumbani, keeps it in bounds along the far sideline, right in front of Coach Moreno. Now O'Donnell over to Kaliza. Elbow J, back iron miss. Rebound Sindoni in a crowd for Goffstown. Begidi trying to power out into the front court. Back to Singoni. Begidi sees a crease down the lane. Can't get the banker. Zimmerman a skying rebound for Bedford. Lid on a basket right now as Goffstown struggling to get anything to go. Meanwhile, O'Connell, there's that scooper off the window. It's pretty to watch, and we're tied at 27. TJ O'Connell trying to will Bedford back into this game. Meanwhile, Sindoni, good lefty finish at the cup for 2 for Goffstown. His second field goal off the bench. Grizz again by 2 midway through third quarter. Bulldogs trying to get some spacing here. Now Zimmerman, 6'5 junior, trying to dribble into the lane. A series of up fakes, nearly lost it. Now Kuliza recovers, going to lean, fade, short off the front iron. Kumbani able to tick it. Goes right back at the defense. No. Second try, no. And a foul on the way up. Boy, this kid inspiring his teammates and this crowd. All hustle on that one, earns a trip to the free throw line. You see Kumbani just has one gear, and that's to go all out. Was held scoreless in that first half, but free throw here gives him 3 points in this third quarter. More importantly, Bedford back within 1, a chance to tie here for the senior. Short, rebound Zimmerman, puts it on the ground, lost it, and now Goffstown with it. And that's Begidi in traffic. Good finish. Rob Begidi. I believe that's his first 2. 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Goffstown by 3. Kaliza, left-hand dribble drive. Zimmerman in the corner, trying to muscle along the baseline, draws a foul on the floor. The defender, Jack Kelly, all over him. 2 big 6+ footers going at it there. Both these teams looking to attack the bucket tonight. Putting the shoulder down and trying to get to the rim. Saw that tone set early. It hasn't changed. O'Connell trying to shake off Begidi. Left-hand finish at the rim short, but Ghani is there again. Kumbani, a terror on the offensive glass. He's got 7 now. Bedford within 1 at 31-30. Goffstown with the basketball. Bulldogs stay in the 2-3 zone. High post in and out. Far wing. Back to the high post. They drop it underneath, and there's the layup. Sindoni. Well, Goffstown, they've handled this 2-3 zone much better in the third quarter than they had at really any point in the first half. I'm sure that's something Coach Coet really focused on at halftime. Meanwhile, Zimmerman's pass nearly intercepted by Blondeau, but couldn't quite reel it in. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Bedford. 2 minutes and change to go. Zimmerman going to take a seat for Bedford as Cam Roberts is back on the floor. He played well in that first half off the bench. Meanwhile, Kumbani trying to muscle through a double team with the dribble. Lost it. Begidi leads a 2-on-1. Across for Strand, and there's the layup. Rare second half turnover by Bedford leads directly to a transition bucket for Goffstown, and they're up 5 now at 35-30. Little short on the long two. Rebound for Kelly. The big man leading the break. Sardoni at the rim. Lost it. Off the window. DeLacy now the other way. He looks for contact, and it's an offensive foul. But Kelly stood his ground there just out in front of the rim, drew the charge. Both teams have done a good job with that tonight. Ball back to the Grizzlies. Goffstown will bring Nate Bonacorsi back on to replace Kelly, who took a shot to the head, drawing the charge there. Going to take a break. Meanwhile, a rare rest for T.J. O'Connell on the Bedford sideline as well. Final 90 seconds, third quarter. Bulldogs have brought on a new player. It's Andrew Gradinskis, 5'10 junior at the top of this zone. He forces a turnover. Kuliza nearly lost it for Bedford, recovers on the near wing. Pulls it out for Gradinskis. And Bedford will reset here for the final minute 10. Kuliza with Begidi all over him. Begidi trying to poke it loose. Begidi going to pick it off on the dribble at midcourt. Then his pass is broken up by Gradinskis. Recovered by Strand, and a foul is called from behind. As DeLacy guilty of the reach-in with exactly 59 seconds to go in this third quarter. A little hectic back and forth here late in the frame. Goffstown has never trailed tonight. Led by as many as 12 in the first half. They lead by 5 here with the basketball against the 2-3 zone. Final 50 seconds. Bedford bench clapping their hands, trying to inspire this Bulldog D. On the baseline, Blondeau trying to pivot away from Kumani, got it with the right hand. Blondeau big and strong down there. He's now the game's high scorer with 11. Little breathing room again for the Grizz, 37-30. Final 30 seconds. Roberts for 3, up and in. First field goal unofficially for Roberts. Given the room, showing the range, no hesitation. Within 4, 20 seconds. Grizz with Begidi. Over to Bonacorsi. Two-man game with Blondeau. He's in the lane. He's short. Partially blocked on the way up by Kumbani. Final 5 seconds. Bedford trying to hurry. Kuliza inside for Roberts. Lost it off the leg. Taken away by Strand, and that's going to do it for the third quarter. Well, Bedford again coming close, but Goffstown coming up with an answer. Bulldogs trailed by as little as 1. Bedford, though, down 4 at the end of 3. 37-33. Final 8 minutes of regulation around the corner. Back to the Bulldog Gymnasium in just a moment. You're watching the Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Our broadcast today, as it usually is brought to you by Beals Insurance. Locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. So call Steve at 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com. And they're not quitting either. Back here for the fourth quarter. Bedford not showing any quit. They trailed early by 12. They've stayed gritty. They've gotten on the floor. They've drawn charges. And they've clawed their way back into this game. At now 37-33. Reminder, Friday night, we're back at you. 6 o'clock tip between Wyndham and BG. We'll be in Wyndham. Coverage begins at 5:45. Again, Friday night coming up. on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire. Again, subscribe to us on YouTube so you don't miss a game. We're on YouTube at FNLNH Media. Meanwhile, bucket there. I think that was Gradinskis, who got his first two off the bench in traffic. Nice looking finish for the juniors, giving them a punch here off the bench in this second half. This one tipped, stolen by Kumbani. A rare Goffstown second half giveaway. And now Bedford again with a chance to tie or take the lead. Guliza trying to probe this defense. Goffstown staying in the man-to-man. That's been the look all night for Coach Coet. Three-pointer, Roberts up and in, and he looks at the bench. His teammates love it. Roberts 6 points, all since halftime. And Bedford, for the first time tonight, has taken the lead. 38-37, first minute in the books here, fourth quarter. Skip pass, Strand making the defense shift. Up top, Begidi. Into the lane, backdoor, and too strong for Sindoni. Kumbani, a sweeping rebound for Bedford. Now Sindoni has missed a couple near the rim. Meanwhile, too strong for DeLacy. In a crowd the other way. Begidi, Sindoni. Touch for Blondeau, steps between the double team, no. Follows his own miss and draws a foul on his way up. Well, Blondeau heading to the free throw line. He's the game's high man with 11. Scored the first 7 points tonight. Either way, back in that first quarter. And he's been working hard near the rim tonight for Coach Coet. He's got the free throw here. Give him an even dozen. And now subs both ways. DeLacy's going to sit for Bedford. Zimmerman returns. So a bigger lineup on the floor for Coach Moreno. Meanwhile, Bonacorsi takes a seat as well. Free throw good. 2 for 2 trip for Blondeau. Goffstown by 1 at 39-38, nearly 2 minutes in, fourth quarter. Backdoor cut, Zimmerman, size advantage. It works for Bedford there. His first point since the first quarter. 5 for the junior. O'Connell against this savage 2-3 zone. Blondeau in traffic. Took the assist from the baseline and finished off the window. Blondeau now with 15. 41-40. And we got a Goffstown zone here for the first time tonight. So Coach Coet waited until now to play the zone card. Perhaps taking a cue from his counterpart, Coach Moreno. Bedford trying to figure it out. They'll do it with a 3, and it's an air ball for TJ O'Connell. O'Connell showed that kind of range. He's nailed 2 from deep, but that one too deep. And back over to Goffstown. They've got a 1-point lead now, nearly 3 minutes in, fourth quarter. Bulldogs open the game in man-to-man. It's been zone since. O'Connell back to Begidi, trying to shift this defense. Skips it far side. There's Kelly, dribble penetration. Blondeau can't finish with the left hand, though it sits on the rim. And then Blondeau, out of frustration, commits the foul. Deep in the backcourt, he reaches in from behind on Kumbani and gets his elbow. Just the first foul for Blondeau has not come off the floor yet tonight. He's been battling with Kumbani underneath the backboards all game long. Meanwhile, timeout coming from the Bedford sideline. Coach Moreno wiping off the clipboard, going to draw something up. Bedford with a chance for the lead here. They trail by just 1. Again, if you're just joining us, it looked like it was going to be Goffstown's night. They came out with the momentum. They quieted this crowd. They scored the first 12 points of the game. It looked bleak, frankly, for Bedford. It took them 6 minutes to even get on the scoreboard tonight. But to Coach Moreno's credit, he made the switch to the zone defensively. That seemed to catch Goffstown a little bit off guard. And then the offense as well came alive, led by the floor general, TJ O'Connell. He's got 8 points and several assists. Dylan Kumbani has scored the basketball well, all 7 of his points coming so far in this second half. Goffstown, as I mentioned, led early and lately by Mason Blondeau. 7 points got him going in the first quarter, and now he has scored the last, 4 points for Goffstown and is the game's high man with 15. So Bedford needing a win tonight, just 2-4 overall. They've lost 3 in a row, trying to get it done. While Goffstown hoping to keep their win streak alive and improve to 5-1 with their 5th straight victory. Again, these two teams will meet Friday night in Goffstown for a rematch, part of that home and home format that we've seen commonplace across the NHIAA this season in this shortened 21 campaign. O'Connell lost his footing, lost the ball. Blondeau ahead of the crowd, off the glass, and the foul. Well, a pretty finish in traffic. Blondeau starting to separate himself. He's got 17, and he's come alive here in this fourth quarter. Showing the skill there, going coast to coast off the steal, drew the contact there, leaned into the defender. Foul goes against Bedford's Gradinskis. 5th team foul by the Bulldogs, and again, Goffstown trying to give themselves some room here. They're up 4 now at 44-40. Midway through fourth quarter. Each possession becomes bigger than the last at this point of the game. Roberts, 3-point opportunity up and in. It looked like it was going to go in and out. Instead it went in and out and back in. Roberts giving these guys a lift. He's got 9 on 3 made threes. Bedford within 1. 4 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Bulldog bench on their feet, clapping their hands. Goffstown working right to left, showing patience against this zone. Bagiti leaves it far side in the corner. Back out O'Connell. Open look at a 3. Won't go. Back iron miss. Gradinskis clears the glass, and Bedford has it. Down by 1, 3.5 to go. Goffstown back to a man-to-man. That's been the look almost exclusively tonight. They went zone a few minutes ago, but only for a possession or 2. O'Connell back to the basket. Dribbles out, gives him some room. Now Roberts on the near wing. Crowded by the long defender, Kelly. Now inside. Kumbani, offensive foul. Blondeau sold that one pretty well. The official didn't hesitate there. Kumbani picking up just his first. But that's got Bedford up against the limit now with 16 fouls, so the next one will be a 1-and-1 situation for Goffstown. More importantly for the moment, it gives the Grizz the ball back. Final 3 minutes. Bedford going to stay in the zone, at least for now, although the clock becoming an issue, especially with no shot clock, as we know, in the NHIAA. Timeout, Goffstown. Coach Cowett grabbing the clipboard himself. He's got something in mind here, because we're now inside of 3 minutes to go in this fourth quarter, still a 1-point game. Reminder coming up after the game, a look around the NHIAA, several games in Division I in action. We'll get you the latest scores there. Put a nice ribbon or a bow on top of this one as well with some final scores. Look ahead to Friday night as well. We'll be in Wyndham to see the Jaguars host the BG Cardinals. All coming up in just a few minutes here, assuming we don't have an extra session in overtime, which is very possible, although Goffstown has led most of the night by as many as 12. We have not seen a tie since 0-0. Bedford has wrestled away the lead briefly tonight here in this fourth quarter, but never led by more than 1. Again, a rematch looming just 2 nights from now between these two teams in Goffstown. And I do like that wrinkle in the schedule, the home and home. I think it gives the teams a chance to get to know each other. It gives the losing team of the first game a revenge opportunity. Silver lining, I guess, in this shortened season. Goffstown ball, they're up 1. And as I expected, Bedford is going to switch to the man here because of the clock. They got to force the action here without a shot clock. Lobbed inside, stolen by Roberts. Ahead to O'Connell. A tough entry pass there. Roberts able to front the post and come away with a steal. A rare second-half Goffstown turnover. Grizz have been pretty good with the ball. 2.5 to go. Bedford down 1. Zimmerman for 3. No good. Looks like it was online there, but misses off the front iron. Rebound Goffstown. They go ahead to Blondeau, and he never had it. Lost it on the baseline. Bedford the other way. DeLacy going to pull it back out. Kuliza back on the floor for Bedford. Gives way to O'Connell. Final 2 minutes. DeLacy up top, trying to free himself up. Fadeaway long two is short off the iron. Rebound to Kelly. Kelly's been excellent on the glass tonight for Goffstown. Grizz still by a point, 44-43. Final minute 50. Baghetti dribbles to the top of the circle. Nowhere to go. Far side wing now for Strand. And a foul away from the ball underneath against Goffstown. They're going to get Blondeau, who's fighting for position. And that's got Coach Cowett upset. Just the 4th team foul against Goffstown. It freezes the clock with 1:45 to go. Second foul on Blondeau. Could be a costly one. Bedford down 1, a chance now for the lead. Yet again, O'Connell for 3. Too strong, too deep. Rebound again, guess who? Jack Kelly continuing to dominate on the board. And now let's see if Goffstown can use some clock here. They're up 1 with 1:20. O'Connell trying to probe the defense. Over to Baguette in the lane. Pulls it out. Baghetti, rather. Now back to O'Connell, who travels up top. No, Coach Coët can only hang his head. Officials calling it tight, calling it consistently tonight. They get O'Connell for the travel. That's a tough call, in my opinion, but it works in Bedford's favor. They're going to take a timeout here to stop the clock with 1:12 to go. And again, a chance for the lead here, trailing by 1, 44-43. Back-to-back turnovers, if you include that offensive foul. Although Bedford has been stuck on the 43-point total for the last several trips. Who do you go to here if you're the Bulldogs? It's been a balanced attack tonight. Roberts, the high man, off the bench with 9. Joe DeLacy scored 5 of his 8 in the first half. Todd O'Connell has scored 5 of his 8 in the second half. Dylan Kumbani has scored all 7 of his points since halftime. So there's no real clear go-to guy for Bedford. Let's see if we can figure that out here. Reminder, subscribe. We're on the internet. We're on YouTube. FNL NH Media. Hit the bell icon. You'll get notified with all the upcoming broadcasts. Again, our home on YouTube, FNL NH Media. Now home to over 1,000 subscribers. All right, man-to-man here for Goffstown. Bedford down 1. We're down to 1 minute to go here in the fourth quarter. DeLacy up top. Three-pointer off the screen. No good back iron. Kumbani bobbling the ball in the lane. It's still loose, and now foul is called on Kumbani as he hits the floor. Looks like a volleyball match there for a moment. Ball batted around between Kelly and Kumbani. Kumbani gets him on the wrist. And that puts Bedford over the foul limit. Third personal against the senior. 7th team foul. 1-1 on the way for Kelly. Just inside of 50 seconds remaining. First free throw. No hesitation by Kelly. He misses. He has not scored tonight. He's been the game's high rebounder unofficially. Rebound Bedford. Bulldogs again a chance for the lead. Back door. DeLacy. Score it! Bulldogs by 1. Pretty feed by O'Connell. DeLacy in double figures. Bedford's up 1. Goffstown calls for time. Well, what a feed. Tough angle from straight away. The junior O'Connell, who has threaded the needle tonight. No bigger pass than the one we just saw. Over the top of the defense, DeLacy on the backdoor cut. Beautiful cut, able to shake off O'Connell, and then the pass on the money. DeLacy is there at the rim. That gets the bench going, and it's got Goffstown worried as Coach Cowett has to call a timeout. Still plenty of time with now 29.4 remaining, 29 seconds for Goffstown to try and figure something out. Coach Cowett himself drawing up the play, so the Grizz. Mason Blondeu's been the high man, 18 points. Aiden O'Connell has done a little bit of everything, including score the basketball. He's got 10 at the point guard spot. Anthony Sindoni off the bench with 6, but I'd imagine this is going to have to run through either O'Connell or Blondeu here with 29 seconds to go. Bedford, what kind of a defensive look will they be in? Looks like a loose man-to-man. Bagiti between the circles. The Bedford bench clapping their hands. The clock is ticking. We're inside of 20 seconds. O'Connell, guarded by Zimmerman, deep on the far wing, steps into a long two and drills it. O'Connell with 12. Now Bedford has to hurry. Down to 8, down to 7, down to 6. Kuliza. And now Moreno is going to call a timeout from the sidelines. Coach gets it in with 4.9 seconds remaining. And it looks like one final shot here on the way for Bedford with a chance to win. They trailed by as many as 12 back in the first quarter and have trailed, frankly, throughout most of this game. But the backdoor finish by DeLacy gave them a brief lead. But there you see Aiden O'Connell, ice in his veins, steps into the shot off the dribble and drills it in front of his bench on the visitor's side. So a dozen for Aiden O'Connell. And for the moment, that is the difference, at least for now. But still 5 seconds, just about 4.9 seconds remaining for Bedford to try to avoid a fourth straight loss. Coach Moreno looking his guys in the eyes over there in the corner. We're on the Bedford sideline. He's in the middle of the huddle. See the 5 the Bulldogs bring onto the floor here. It'll be O'Connell and Kaliz at the guards, Kumbani, DeLacy, and the trigger man is going to be Zimmerman, the inbounder on that far sideline. Bagiti along with Umpoyo and O'Connell, a 3-guard set defensively for Goffstown. They're going to call a timeout with Kelly and Blondeu rounding out the 5 in black for Goffstown. So Coach Cowett got a peek there, it looked like. A peek of how Bedford was going to line up there for that inbound. Didn't like it. Called the timeout. And going to address his guys one final time, again with 4.9 seconds remaining. Don't go anywhere after the final horn. A quick recap and a look around the NHIAA that's coming up after the game, part of the post-game coverage here on FNL NH Courtside. Nick and Astis with you. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. All right, well, Zimmerman at 6'5", a logical choice for the inbounder there. I'm sure, well, I'm not sure, but I'd imagine Goffstown would try to inbound or put some pressure on the inbounder. And at 6'5", Zimmerman's just about the tallest guy on the floor and should be able to see over the defenders. The inbound, again, will come right in front of the head coach on the Bedford sideline near midcourt. Kelly will pressure the inbounder. And here we go. Zimmerman looking, throwing. Batted in the lane, tracked down by Kumbani, 2 seconds, lost it in the corner, and that's going to do it. Goffstown gets the stop they want. Bedford never quite got that play together in the final 4.9 seconds. The Grizz get the stop, and they get the win.